Welcome to Future Fuel. I'm Moritz, Investment Manager for Future Energy Ventures. Today, we're talking about HoloLight and the immersive technology space. For this, I welcome Florian, the CEO of Holo-Light, one of our most promising companies in our portfolio.
Thank you, Moritz. Thanks for having me. I'm Florian Haspinger, co-founder and CEO from Holo-Light, and I tell you today a little bit more about immersive technologies and software.
Super, thank you. Let's start with the market. Where do you see the problems in the immersive technology space?
So the more digitization we have in the enterprise and in the industrial market, the more, I would say, problems come with visualizing this kind of content and also interacting with this kind of content, because it also gets more complex. So I think AR and VR is a natural way to get more in contact with this, I would say, data. So bring it into the immersive space helps you to interact more in a natural way, to see more details, to enhance more use cases like training or service or design reviews. I think AR and VR is a very good step forward to help digitization to come up with a good basis for all the new data management. So at the end, what is really the problem? Why AR and VR is not already completely out of any kind of growth range? Because we see three bottlenecks there. On the one side, we have the potential of visualizing all kinds of industrial data, but on the other hand, industrial data is massive. We are not talking about megabytes, we are talking about terabytes of data. In small companies, we already have big industrial components for machinery or cars. Just think about the whole car with all the wireframing. And now we want to move that data into the next level of visualization, and this kind of data is going to be visualized by mobile XR devices. Like this one, that's a smart glass from Microsoft, and it's of course no wires and no cables. It should be, I would say, less heavy than it's now, but it comes step by step, but you need processing power. If you use that kind of devices to visualize that kind of data you already have in an industrial company, then you have to reduce the data. You have to lose information. This takes time, and it's a lot of effort, and this also stops from scaling. Here we have already on the table two different devices. We have an iPhone, we have a Microsoft device. Out there is VR devices, an Oculus, an Android device, and a lot more. I've seen more than 20 devices in one company, and all devices are slightly different. So you have to develop at the end AR, VR apps for every device differently, and also you have to focus on that devices. This takes time, and this also reduces the potential of a mass adoption. And last thing, talking about security. If you have all your data on the device and you're going to lose that device because it's mobile, then you also lose the data. And that's the most important thing, that companies don't want the data out there because it's their IP, that's their core value. So if you have a whole car on it and you lose the phone, then I would say the loss is 50 million or more. So it's a problem. And as long as none of these bottlenecks are solved smart, I would say AR and VR is not able to mass roll out and mass adopt.
Wow, thank you very much. I think that helps a lot understanding where this market and also maybe why the expectations have not been met. But now with HoloLight, tell me, how do you address those bottlenecks? How do you solve the problem?
At the end, it's a simple solution. We take all the processing power and just move it somewhere else. I'm talking about XR streaming. So we already have the workstations. We have the laptops, we have the servers, we have the cloud, but we are not using it for that kind of applications. So we move with our technology all the applications from the mobile device and bring it to the servers to use the power of the cloud on the mobile device. So at the end, We have a two-component solution. One component is installed on the device, it's the client app, and the other one is the technology in behind. You integrate it in your application, the ISER SDK, and then the application is able to get XR streamed. And then at the end, we just send the pixel stream from the server to the end device. Therefore, we solve also the problem of the security. So no data is stored on the device itself. It all stays on the server. And also the problem of the fragmentation. If we send just pixel streams to each device, it's an easy thing to encode them on every different device. So if you use our technology, you can also step in with every kind of XR device that is able to visualize that kind of stuff with one click.
Sounds impressive. But tell me, with such a big solution, how do you address the market?
Yeah, it's not an easy thing, for sure. But I think we have a good idea for that, a good strategy. So we are in the market, I would say, yeah, since 5 years. We directly started with our first ideas to challenge it with the industry together with BMW. So we developed the solution hand in hand with our customer. We have two solutions, ISER, the technology, and ARIS, the end-to-end user solution. ARIS is the augmented reality engineering space, and it fits perfectly to the use case of design review, prototyping, and also collaboration with CAD data and all other industrial data. And ARIS is completely empowered by ISER, the interactive streaming for augmented reality solution. So on the one hand, we give our customer an already out-of-the-box solution that is empowered by ISER, and we give also the customer there the option to empower his other applications he already has in his portfolio, like other training solutions. He just can edit the SDK with less than 20 minutes and empower the app. And our next step in this direction is to merge both products to one unified platform. The platform is called XR Now, and XR Now provides you the opportunity to easily stream every AR/VR app from a cloud or server system on-premise, private cloud, or public cloud. So it's like you go on a website, xrnow.com, and log in with your BMW credentials, and then you see all your applications there and just click on it and start it. Then log in with any kind of end device, and then you have the stream, you have the experience, you have always 60 frames or more, doesn't matter which kind of data you're going to visualize. And this kind of solution is also, I would say, in collaboration with our partnerships, like telco providers or cloud providers. So it's fully integrated in the AWS marketplace. So it also helps us to roll out easily in IT departments, because they usually have an AWS account and they just can activate it in their account management, and then they are XR streaming ready, and then they can roll out every app they already have.
Sounds like that is really something that the market needs, and maybe also the technology. But tell me, what do you see in short term happening in this market, and where's the HoloLight vision for the future?
So at the end, I would say it will change everything, because it will change the way you consume AR and VR content, and also change also the perspective of app stores, and also how to install apps, because you don't have to install anything anymore. And in short term, this already is a huge advantage for industrial companies, because if you have 2,000 of these devices, you have to install the app on 2,000 devices. It's horrible. In our case, you install the app centralized in the server and then just stream it. So the mass adoption, the rollout effect is amazing. And the app at the end is available anywhere at any time. On the long-term perspective, I would say our vision is unleashing the potential of AR and VR. because you have so much things you can do with AR and VR. You can use it in training, in service, in maintenance, in design reviewing, in prototyping, and more also in the consumer market, games, or a healthcare market. And with our platform solution, XR Now, we can empower all these kind of applications. We would say we are the new Netflix for AR and VR.
Thank you, Florian, for all your insights.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure being here, Moritz.
And thank you to you, audience, for watching Future View. See you in the immersive space.